The reading of the will of Harlan Whitlock III took place in the mahogany-paneled library of Whitlock Manor, a 14,000-square-foot antebellum mansion that had been in the family since 1867. Harlan died at 91, rich as God, mean as the devil, and, according to the obituaries, childless. The lawyer, Charles Chuck Abernathy, cleared his throat and began reading the single paragraph that would burn Nashville society to the ground. To my vast estate, valued in excess of $420 million, I leave everything: real property, liquid assets, the thoroughbred farm, the record label, the private jet, all of it, to the one person in this room who can prove, beyond any doubt, that they are my biological child. The DNA test will be administered immediately after this reading. The rest of you may leave with the clothes on your back and the knowledge that I never loved a single one of you." The room went dead silent. 12 people sat around the long table. 4 ex-wives, numbers 2 through 5, wife number 1 had died mysteriously in '89. 3 acknowledged sons from various marriages: Tripp, 46, Beau, 39, and Knox, 34. 2 daughters, Savannah, 41, and Harper, 36. 1 granddaughter, Madison, 24, who had always been Harlan's favorite. 1 nephew, Grayson, who had managed the family office for 20 years. And finally, standing quietly in the corner in a simple black suit, the butler, James "Jimmy" Caldwell, age 68, who had served Harlan faithfully for 43 years.
Chuck produced sealed DNA kits. A nurse swabbed every cheek. The envelopes were FedExed to a lab in Memphis with results promised in 48 hours. For 2 days, Nashville buzzed. The Whitlock children lawyered up, screamed at each other in the lobby of the Hermitage Hotel, and gave tearful interviews to Channel 5 about Daddy's final prank. 48 hours later, Chuck gathered them again. He opened the envelope with theatrical slowness. 0 matches. Not one of the 12 individuals present shares enough DNA with Harlan Whitlock III to be considered his child. The screaming started immediately. Tripp overturned a chair, Savannah threw her martini at the portrait of Harlan above the fireplace, Beau punched a wall, Madison sobbed theatrically for the cameras outside. Only Jimmy Caldwell remained perfectly still. Chuck raised a second envelope. "However," he said, "there is one additional result." He turned to the butler. "James Caldwell, congratulations! You are Harlan Whitlock's biological son, 100% paternal match. The entire estate is now yours." The silence that followed was the kind that makes your ears ring. Jimmy took the single sheet of paper, looked at it for a long second, and folded it neatly into his breast pocket. Then he spoke, for the first time that day, soft Georgia accent, calm as Sunday morning. "Thank you, Mr. Abernathy. If y'all don't mind, I'll be needing the house keys." Tripp lunged at him. 2 Metro Nashville police officers, who had mysteriously been waiting in the hall, stopped him cold. Jimmy looked at the family he had served since 1982 and smiled the smallest, politest smile you ever saw. 43 years, he said. 43 years of coffee at 5:30 sharp, shirts pressed with no creases, shoes shined like mirrors. 43 years of boy, fetch my bourbon, and Jimmy, walk the dog, and tell the cook I want my steak rare, not medium rare, you idiot.
He walked to the head of the table, Harlan's chair, and sat down. "Y'all thought I was the help. Truth is, I've been the only real Whitlock in this house since the day I was born."
Savannah found her voice first. "This is insane! He's the butler!" Jimmy leaned back. "No, ma'am, I'm the heir, and I've waited a very long time to tell you exactly how this happened." He told them everything. Harlan, then 30, had an affair with the family maid, Loretta Caldwell, Jimmy's mother. Loretta got pregnant. Harlan paid her $10,000 and a bus ticket to Atlanta to take care of it. She refused the abortion, had the baby in secret, and came back to Nashville when the money ran out. Harlan let her return to work on the condition she never told a soul the boy was his. Loretta died of cancer when Jimmy was 12. Harlan sent the boy to military school, then brought him home at 25 as the new butler. The perfect cover. The illegitimate son hidden in plain sight, polishing silver and pouring drinks for the legitimate children who treated him like furniture. But Harlan never changed his will. He enjoyed the cruelty of it, knowing his real son would watch the fake ones fight for scraps. Until the final joke. He changed it after all, 6 months ago, when the cancer came back. One last twist of the knife. Jimmy looked around the table. "Y'all have exactly 30 days to vacate the properties. After that, anything left behind becomes mine to sell, burn, or give to charity. I haven't decided yet." Knox spat. "You think we're just going to walk away from $400 million? Jimmy stood. "I already talked to the IRS this morning. Turns out Daddy forgot to file gift tax returns on about $60 million he moved offshore in the 90s. Penalties and interest bring it to roughly $430 million. Funny how that works out." He walked to the door, then paused. "Oh, one more thing. The thoroughbred farm? I'm shutting it down. Every horse is going to a rescue. The record label selling it to the artist for $1 each. The jet, donating it to St. Jude. The mansion, turning it into a halfway house for men getting out of prison. Figured I'd keep it in the family tradition, helping people society threw away." He looked at Tripp, who was being restrained by security. "Tripp, your Porsche is leased in the company name. Keys are due tomorrow. Same for the rest of y'all." Jimmy Caldwell, James Whitlock now, walked out of the library, past the portrait of the man who had denied him his entire life, and didn't look back. 3 months later, the society pages ran a single photograph. The former butler, now worth $500 million, wearing jeans and a flannel shirt, handing the keys to Whitlock Manor to a group of ex-offenders who couldn't believe their new home used to belong to Nashville royalty. The caption read, "James Whitlock, the richest butler in Tennessee history, finally gets to tell the help to take the day off." And somewhere, Harlan Whitlock III was spinning so hard in his grave you could probably power Lower Broadway for a month. The end.